You can tell how much Blacko's relationship with his parents mean to him when you listen to his music, especially on the second song on Iron Boy, which is One. Yes, with you Nana me, I had wanted to make one full video, but it was going to be too long. So I decided to approach it this way. I'll take a topic and I'll get into it. Over the years, we've been hearing Blacko talk about his mom and his music. For example, on Sad Boys Don't Fold, he talks about how his mom constantly urges him to finish school. Well, how about his dad? He has been talking about his dad, but we have not been paying attention, especially on this song One. One is about his dad, because in the chorus he's like, I am my father, one unjamiho. You would think he's talking about God, which he is, because I am my father, one is biblical. And in the first verse, he's like, he's grateful to God in the heavens, watching him and giving guidance. And we also know Blacko to be very spiritual. But what if I told you he uses I am my father, one to mean two things? One, God, and two, his actual father. So a theme that runs throughout the album is that of success, right? And he's obviously grateful to God for how far he has come. And he sets the song up with the first verse talking about how he's grateful to God and all of that. But let's go to the second verse. This is where he talks about someone named Be Bold. Be Bold is quite unfortunate to have had his garage burned to the ground. But who is this Be Bold that Blacko is talking about? And I'm here to tell you that Be Bold is the name of Blacko's dad, or should I say his nickname. How do I know this? Let me take you back to a song he did from his villain era, which he didn't get to release himself. It was released by his former management. The name of the song is Let Me Go My Way. And on that song, he says something. He's like,
then say my old boy, he say I sell him out to a day radio station. Saying I'm a street boy where the fuck shit up on the daily. I understand, but all this misinformation, I won't do that.
But pay attention to the ad-libs in the song, right? Right after he says, they say my old boy. Listen.
Then say my old boy, he said.
Be Bold. So that's what they call his dad. His dad is Be Bold. And in that song, Be Bold was mad at Black Sherif for going around saying he's a street boy, which obviously didn't sit right with his dad, because he had taken care of him through his childhood, paid his school fees and all that, and now you are saying you are a gangster. So Blacko had to address this with his dad and let him know that, oh, this is not what I meant. I chose this life for myself because I have this vision in my head of who I want to be, and I can only achieve it if I go out onto the street and forge this path for myself. And this ties back to the one song where he's like, why do I live too far from home? Why did I change my number? I grew up a people pleaser. I had to create another person in my head and act accordingly like a master. More on the people pleaser line in another video. Right now, let's focus on this. You can clearly tell how much he looks up to his dad and how much of his success he attributes to him, because he used to have "My dad is a serious man" in his Instagram bio. He changed it after he dropped Iron Boy, so I couldn't include a screenshot. And on this song One, he talks about how his dad's garage burning kind of strengthened this whole father-son bond. Because look at these lines here. My mother on the line from another man's land, her voice shaking and her asking, Sherif, into wine or Becca? Sherif, wine or Becca? Who dares to be bold enough to go and stand in front of Be Bold and tell Be Bold that, Be Bold, for your garage has burnt down? Not even Be Bold dares to be that bold. Because her mom can't bear to face Be Bold and tell him all the years of hard work has gone down the drain. And we have learned from the past that Blacko's parents live in Greece and his dad imports car parts and car tires to come sell in Ghana. So the garage here refers to the shop or warehouse where these items are kept and sold. So these lines seem like Black Sherif taking it upon himself to inform his dad about this devastating moment, which all seems to me like this one very big emotional bonding moment between father and son. So it's not surprising that Blacko says in his interviews that whenever he's down and he feels overwhelmed, the person he calls is his dad. And his dad is always there to tell him to be bold and keep pushing, keep going forward. And you can further trace the beginning of this father-son bond to back when Blacko was 8 years old, because listen to what he says in this interview.
What would you say is your fondest memory of childhood?
My first morning with my dad. I always knew my dad lived abroad. Like when I was 8 years, it came out. First morning, we drank tea. Yo, the milk they put for that tea that morning, they never, all my life, they never put that milk for tea inside like that before. He played Don Carlos Harvest Time. I've been singing that song every morning for my whole life.
I don't know if you guys know this song or you have seen this video, but there's a video of Blacko from years back where he's burning incense and singing this exact song.
Joshua clean out the bad weeds, yeah, and separates them from the good cause today. Fathers is new. Whoa.
Everything this guy says in his music is true. It's like Ghanaians are not used to artists putting their truth in their music, but that is exactly what artistry is. I don't even know what to say to end this video, but let me ask you guys, what have you learned from this video?